Een beetje van dit en een beetje van dat en een beetje Morrowind. Als intro. Waar komt deze onzin vandaan? Mooi. Sluit jij. Jij kan weg. En dan wachten. Staat hij op repeat? Yep. Ik zal dat anders achtergooien. Werkt dit überhaupt? Werkt dit überhaupt? Nou. Is dit wel op stream? Microfoontest, microfoontest. Nou. Is dit wel op stream? Oof. Apparently it is. Let's put the noise gate up a little higher. Apply. Test, 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 microfoon test, microfoon test. Test, 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 microphone test, microphone test. Alright, well apparently there's really just no getting away from it. The microphone on this thing is very, very much god tier. So welcome stream, welcome stream. Today we are going to be doing another of the Eclipse build streams. I hope to actually get quite far with this one, since most of the trench is done and we are going to be attempting to finish the rest of the trench with a little bit of help. Why is there a box here? Ah, yeah, so that was the bowline test, which doesn't work. How's everyone on stream? Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're doing well today. Not a fan of this hypersensitive microphone, but we'll see. Let's switch this over to desktop. Whoa, that's way too big. Let's make that a little smaller. No, that's the wrong button. That's also the wrong button, but that's the right one. Let's see, how is that in 3DS? Let's put ourselves over here and let's put the music back on. Not that loud. Let's see, is the music too loud? Microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test. Is the music too loud? Oh god, no, but I am. Alright, how about now? Microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test. How about now? Microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test. Damn, with the old microphone I had such trouble making myself audible, but right now it's just way too loud. Hang on a second, I'll try to fix that. How about this? 30 to... What if we bump this one up to 40? Stream microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test. What if we bump this one up to 40? Stream microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test. Did I forgot to put the music on. Stream microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test, stream microphone test. Let's try it again. Stream microphone test, stream microphone test. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream today. I am your host, Journeymo, and today we're going to be continuing on the Eclipse class Super Star Destroyer. While in... Let's move that over here. Is that good enough? Yeah, I had left to do. Alright, so I tried to make the most of the limited space that I have. I think I did pretty well. At least the microphone. The lighting setup was a little bit tricky to get right. I think I tried for a couple of hours, but I think I have the proper setup right now. Yeah, let me know what you think. If there's any issues with it, then do let me know. Do let me know. It's Lex Luthor. Well, not nearly. I think Lex Luthor had a couple more, a little bit more money than I do. But oh, Scandinavian Viking, good God. No, nothing so fancy. I am 100% Dutch, I'm afraid. Nothing so fancy. Mic is fine, Thank you very much. Everyone, welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you. I did spend a little time setting up the lighting. I tried to put up a white screen behind the monitor, but I'm sorry, but I simply don't have the space for that. I put up a green screen to hide my couch and my window and a bunch of other stuff. I used to have my trash bin right there, but I hastily shoved everything to the side so that you can't actually see it. Yeah, I think it's set up pretty well. Let's actually change that over to fantastic. Now I can actually watch myself, so that way I know what I'm doing and I know what's visible on the stream. Welcome, Undertaker. Welcome back. I've seen you a couple of times now. Welcome everyone, by the way, to the stream. We'll be starting in a bit. Dus nog even uit wat allemaal wel en niet werkt. Nice remark quote. Not much. Not sure if it's applicable, but we'll see. Water for today. Carbonated water. Can't have a build stream without carbonated water, guys. It's absolutely crucial. This is what fuels all the creativity and the miracle of life itself. If we're going to be so, does this actually sound good? Well, look at that. It even sounds good. Yeah. The webcam that I was able to afford because, well, as you may know, the upcoming 24-hour build stream is sponsored by Buckman55 this time. It will be held Saturday, noon, Central European time. If you want to join in, feel free. I did get a bit of money for that, and with that I was able to afford this very nice webcam. I actually had a cheaper model a couple of hours ago, but it wasn't quite the well, the quality just wasn't good enough, I thought, and I thought, well, why not? For these one-time expenses, it's best not to go cheap, so we'll just, well, we'll trade it in for the more expensive model. And right now I have a very nice one. It's Logitech. I'm very happy with it. Sounds great. Downside, you can actually hear pretty much everything that's going on around the room. If I were to stand at the other end, which is where my bed is located, you'd be able to hear me just fine. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll see. The microphone is great. The quality of the webcam itself is pretty good. Of course, we are not going to be focusing on my face the entire stream because it's not the interesting part. Let's see. Try to keep up with the chat. Sorry, I'll occasionally have to switch between the looking at the webcam and looking at chat, and of course the screen with the ship. Lighting is great. Smooth view. Hello, Brizzle. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if my face is too wide. I have chosen to eclipse the right side, which is where most of the buttons are. Video capture, edit screen. Now I could simply place it down here, but then we are obscuring the main viewport. I always use right down to actually build. So I might as well just put it up here, I guess. I mean, you won't be able to see these panels, but that is of limited value, I think. Yeah, so without further ado, let's actually keep going. I will be switching over to chat every once in a while, as I said, and take a sip of my water, obviously. So what I did last time, let's see, are we obscure? No. Good. Okay, so what I did last time is I made all these little irregularities along the trench. You can barely see it, but in game it should look better. The downside here is that I tried to do it on the bottom as well, but through like an effort of, must have been 2.5, 3 hours of attempting to use the Boolean modifier. I pretty much tried everything, but I simply couldn't get it to work properly. So I'm afraid I'm going to leave the bottom as it is, which maybe I will change it later, but honestly, it's probably gonna stay this way. Okay, so we're gonna start. Do we start with an existing object? No, let's just start with a new box, shall we? That's the wrong one. Poly. Never actually shown my face online before, so. Well, I used to have a Facebook account, but screw that. Deleted that a long time ago. So forgive me if I am a little nervous. Hope you'll understand. I think we're going to be doing the exact same that Arati did on his Executor, because that looked absolutely amazing. Let's see if we can find that, shall we? It's here somewhere. Yes. So good. I love this. Trench detail's amazing. Like, look at that. If this didn't have, what was it, like a casual 1.7 million polys or something? I'd gladly use this over mine. Maybe I'll still gladly use it over mine, but we're here for the Eclipse. The point what he did here is he just made a whole bunch of elevated boxes, like over here. He put that on the trench, which is about, so we'd put it over here. It is visible from the other side like this, which I really liked. I like this effect he's got. That's the wrong button again. Hang on while I alt tab out of this. If it lets me. Downside of force of corruption, it always takes a bit to start up. Good. And we're back. Okay. So what I don't like about these boxes is that they are so, well, high. They have a lot of depth, which I think makes the rest of the detail look smaller. But it does have the upside that if you look at it from the other side, from here, you can actually see the boxes elevate over the rest of the shape, which further makes the, which further breaks up the monotony of the trench. So I have to see how much we actually want to elevate our boxes. Our music. What music are we going to be running today? The same old Warcraft? I mean, we've been running Warcraft music since the dawn of time, simply because it doesn't flag YouTube copyright. And honestly, I do want to stay clear of the YouTube copyright thing. Not that I'm making any money off this of YouTube. It's not even monetized. Any ads you see are actually put on the videos by the people who own the music. So I want to keep that to a minimum. So henceforth, I will try to only play music that is not copyrighted, such as the Elder Scrolls soundtrack, which has been played to death on stream, but I do like listening to it. It's so good. Klinkt fantastisch. Alright, so I'm playing around with the audio levels a bit. That should be good. So let me know if the audio is too loud, and I'll put it down a bit. I was going for the Executor. Let's get these. And we are here. Good, good. What are the dimensions of the boxes we are going to be using? That doesn't really matter, does it? Not really. Actually, it does, because the larger we make the boxes, the more we'll have to fit into the trench to actually fit the whole, or to fill the whole thing. So we're only going to put them on the top, so that's going to reduce it. But since the ship's already fairly poly intensive, I do want to keep it at a minimum. So this is one of the smallest, one of the thinnest parts of the trench. Yeah, it does fit here. Let's see, did Arati actually move it in? Oh, he even had parts that go over the actual armor line itself. So that's there. It's probably best visible not from this angle. That's not even. And we also can't see that here. Okay, maybe on the renders themselves. I think the Mass Effect music is copyrighted, otherwise I would have played that very much. Nico, welcome to the stream, welcome. Again, welcome everyone who is joining us on the stream today. I was looking at this. I'm getting a bit distracted by the webcam, as you may understand. Okay, so he had some semi-patterns here. That should be easy enough to... See, that's completely different from what I did. I kept the... like he has the elevated part, which also has several irregularities in them, but the actual outline he kept all straight. So where I actually inset that in parts, he kept it all like this, and then made irregularities along this side. I could have done that, would have made this a bit easier, but it's too late for that now. It's already in, and I actually kind of like it, so we'll roll with it. what we can still do is have different sizes and different shapes of boxes along this stretch here. I do want to try to emulate this since I absolutely love what he did with this. Looks so good. And he did it in like 20 days, like this whole thing was made and done in 20 days, it's amazing. I heard that and I was like, what? 20 days? That's insane. How'd you even do that? Like, I've been working on this for months, and you did it in 20 days. God damn it, man. Ah, see, that's another thing. I would think that this actually would look better if you integrated it into the second bridge like this, right? That way it looks as if these parts are just naturally coming out of the armor. What Arati did, on the other hand, is he did not do that specifically, so that's, where's that one view? No, not this one, this one. He actually kept them separate. What he did is about this, if we can emulate that. He did this, so that if you look at it from this angle, you actually get to see the reflection of this side over here, which is what you see here, the darker bits, which makes this stand out a lot more. I'm not sure if this is going to be the optimal way of doing things, but I think I'm going to use a mix of boxes that are visible like this and boxes that are integrated. But as I said, I'm not sure of how I want to do this stuff just yet. Now that the stream has been going on for a few minutes, is the webcam obscuring too much of the screen? I try to make it as small as possible, and I try to actually make the webcam in front of the screen so that when I look at my screen and I'm working on the ship, I'm actually indirectly looking a bit at the webcam. I tried a couple of positions, but I think this one was best. Also tried it down there, but didn't like that enough. This is what it is. If people in chat want to let me know whether or not the webcam is actually obscuring too much of the of 3ds Max, then that would be great. For all the people just joining in, welcome to the stream. I am your host, Geronimo, as usual. I didn't suddenly change into an alien. I also have not checked the music volume. Also have not checked the music volume. Ah, that's very acceptable. Yeah, I think it's not too much. We'll keep it. Okay. Alright, that already adds something. Now we could do what Arati did and simply make this higher. That does... Not sure if I like... We could make these areas, which are already set out, we could make those more pronounced by specifically using the method that I was talking about a little bit ago, by only setting this here. We'll see. The good thing about these shapes is that you can easily just select everything and then move them around, so if there's any issue at all, we can simply change it later. Do I want to put any of these shapes actually on the top plate here? Because this all is one object. This is all completely smooth. So if we break that up, it would definitely draw some attention to that place, but I'm not sure if it's going to look good. Well, I would not say that I have mastered modding and 3D modeling at all. Thank you for saying so, but I'm definitely not the best around. There's many people who are far more skilled than I am. But overall, over the years, with a bit of practice and basically just trying to learn new things, try finding new ways of achieving what you want to do, and I'd say if you actually want to learn modeling, or modeling in general, just watch a bunch of tutorials online. There's many tutorials. Hey Doki, welcome to the stream, man. I keep looking at chat and they say, hey Doki, but I actually have to look at the webcam. Anyway, as I was saying, just watch a bunch of 3ds Max tutorials. There's numerous online, a lot of very helpful tutorials on everything. There's videos, there's text, whatever. Just try to learn something every day, I'd say. And then you'll just have it in no time. It's very easy. It's not difficult. I say it's not difficult because I know a few of these buttons and I know how to create a fancy looking box inside the program. If you are just starting, it may look very daunting and difficult, but actually, as I said, if you just watch a few tutorials, you'll be like, oh, this actually isn't that difficult at all. And there's of course very varying gradations of difficulty. You can make it pretty much as difficult as you like. And of course there are people who study this who are way better at it than any of us will probably ever be. But that's just because they have more practice and they make a conscious effort to actually learn the stuff. Whereas I don't, I'll be honest, I don't. How does this look? Not bad, not bad. But what if we get fancy with it? And we select all of these and we make some angular bits. Because this ship doesn't have enough angles just yet, eh? Let's add some more. How about... angular or not? See, it does make for a nice reflection. This is about the angle at which you're going to see the ship in game, so... If this now starts reflecting the light from the game, that would look nice. On the other hand, this has all sorts of nice angles, because now it reflects the light from a different angle, and is better visible from this angle, you know? What I said with LRAD Executor, along the ridge here. These boxes are visible, which is a very nice, just creates this detailed effect. I like that so much. And you don't get that with the angular boxes, so I think we're just going to stick to simple boxes, which I hate because just unmodified boxes is so boring and cheap and cheesy. But if it gets the job done, then well, why not, right? I know, it's a bit cheap, but if it works. What's the quoting? It's stupid, but if it works, it's not stupid. That's pretty much the story with these. We can even select these and then pull this all the way out. That may be too much. Remember, the idea is actually to keep the detailed parts, the individual details, as small as possible, because then it makes the rest of the ship look bigger. The smaller you make these boxes, for example, and the more you put in, the larger the overall ship is going to look by comparison. So, and I also am going to have to get used to the fact that I no longer have to shout in the microphone. So let me test that real quick while I put this back on. Let's test that. Let's see now. I'm quite far away from the microphone, and it's quiet, and I'm talking quiet, and I just want to test how my voice is now, and the noise levels are in comparison to the microphone, and then to the music. So let's test that. Noise levels are in comparison to the. Good God, you can actually still hear me then. Okay. Sorry guys, I haven't been keeping up the chat. What do? It's the hardest part. The hardest part of making a unit, like from scratch. Probably, or from scratch. The longest phase is definitely the getting the art assets done, you know, the texture, the model. The texture you can make as simple as you want, and you can be extremely lazy, which is not always the way to go, of course. I try to do that as little as possible. Grammar, guys, it's difficult. I try to spend as much time as necessary to make a ship look good in game, and from there on, coding and such. That's pretty easy. Rigging is definitely easy. Texturing, you can spend as much time on it as you like. Modeling, well, that's really probably the most crucial part and the part that takes the longest. So I'm going to say that modeling is definitely the most annoying part. Poly counter, you aim for with the Eclipse and the Executor. I'd like to keep everything below 200,000, but I'm going to fail that goal on both ships. I don't want to check the poly count on the Eclipse, but we're going to do it anyway. Eclipse is currently sitting at almost 200,000. We are going over 200,000, but that's only because these the cityscape thingy. Oh, it even lags the game with a counter. All the cityscape on the top trench over here is pretty much half the poly count. Well, it's not half, it's about a third, but you get the picture. I'm going to export a second version of the ship without this detail, and should cut like a third of the poly, so that's going to be... Also not going to use this for the shadow mesh, obviously. I'm not sure what the Executor's sitting at right now. Less than this. Isn't that shameful? This ship was supposed to be the least poly intensive. Here we are now. 200,000. It's going to go over that, and also at some point when I get back to the ship, I'm going to redo the superstructure here because it just doesn't have synergy. Yeah, there are a bunch of boxes, and yeah, it looks... Basically the top superstructure, which is this part, except for the bridge. The bridge I'm keeping. But the rest, all of this is what you're seeing here, is probably going to be deleted and redone. Engines I am fairly happy with, but I could use a bit of detailing here and there. This still needs more. Not that much more, but it just needs a bit more touching here and there, right? A little bit more detail. That doesn't have the X factor. None of this whole thing has the X factor, except maybe the bridge, but I don't know. I'm just in general not a fan of this Executor. Sounds a bit stupid since I have been building this thing for like almost a year now, but it just doesn't make me feel all tingly inside, which is what I do have with other ships. For example, if I look at my Providence, it's not my Providence, it's Evil Jedi's Providence, touched up by me severely in a lot of different places. Now that, if I see that in game, I'm like, yes, that looks good, that looks amazing, yes. I don't have that with this ship at all. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I barely have it with this ship, but we're getting there slowly. I think once the trench is finished and we actually get the greebling on the terraces done, I think it should have it. Should. Delete this and then suddenly the frame rate is silky smooth. Anyway, we are. I'm sidetracking. I do that on occasion. Doki says the trench details are pretty poly heavy. My trench in the ISD is 70% yeah, but you made those so poly intensive, man. I mean, it looks like better than anything I've ever seen, but it's quite the poly count. I'm not sure if the game will like that. For sure, the exporter's not going to like it, but. Undertaker, I wonder if you ever do the arc armor, will you plan to be the least poly intensive, just to accidentally rev it up? Sorry, what? If you ever do the arc hammer, will you plan it to be the least poly intensive, just to accidentally rev it up to those heights? Nah, we're not going to do that. Besides, I'm not going to build an arc hammer anyway. Unless maybe it's commissioned. Maybe. And even then I'm quite busy. Like, this shit takes a while, guys. Like, maybe Arati can build, like, Super Star Destroyers in 20 days, but I'm sure as fuck can't. Holy hell, no. Absoluut niet. Het gaat niet gebeuren. I think the trick here is to simply just make a couple of different sizes, different heights, and different shapes. But I'm not the most creative with these things. Like, I'm actually very bad at that. Wait, what if we why do we do that? Ja, kan op de onderkant. Wel, dan verdubbelen we in één keer de polykant. This is more laziness. Actual good-looking detail would be tailored to the shape of the underside. This is simply, well, not that, so it's probably just not going to look good, but just wanna try. Okay. For those who, how about that? That looks surprisingly not terrible. And it's not that much extra poly count since it's just a simple box, okay? We'll see once the top is done. We'll see once the top is finished. Okay, so for those who just joined the stream, welcome, welcome. We are trying to finish this, but so far we have only made a couple of boxes. Not to worry though, we will be progressing swiftly with the rest. This is not the most difficult part of the ship to build, luckily. Let's actually do this. We can set this out a little bit further. And then we can do this. What if we... No, just you. I mean, a few of these, and we can even make them slightly higher. Not that much, though. I mean, there's not much room to play with here. Oh, sorry, guys. I've not been keeping up with the chat. That's a frequent issue of mine. I tried UVing them today. Yeah, that I wouldn't even bother. I would flat map the whole thing and then let Substance Painter do the rest. That's what I do. Working on this hater, how the hell has already made his? Dude, if I knew that, mine would be done by now. Yeah, that does help, you know. Taking someone else's model as a base is significantly faster than actually making your own. I used Evil Jedi's Providence and Beneficent to make, well, not make mine too. I modified EG's, Evil Jedi's Providence and Beneficent as a starting point, and that was pretty much some of my favorite work I've ever made. Had no turrets, favorite work, get that. And that was actually surprisingly quick. It still took a long time to actually modify and get there, but it would have been it was way faster than if I had actually made it from scratch. So, what's this? Ah, yes. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is more than just simple boxes, and I actually wanted to keep it relatively low poly. This is definitely possible to put on the model, but to make this sort of detail across a ship of this length, that's going to be another 100,000 polys, like at least. Looks great though, but just I actually try to keep everything playable, so we're not going to do that. No. How is that? Not sure if I'm a fan. We'll stick to this. And we can place some of these. Actually, many different locations. I can even make them longer. Okay. Something like this, something like this. And we could, if you're feeling fancy, even integrate them into these things. Maybe not. Or you could, but just place them there. Don't want to do that though. There's a hotkey for selecting this. I'm sure there's a hotkey for constraint whatever, but I have no idea what it is. Could set one up, but I just don't want to take the time. It's not an action I'm repeating that often anyway, so. Yeah, that's good. And then a couple of more of these longer ones, which integrate into the actual ship. Just variation. Basically, this whole thing is just make more variations of stuff. And the more variations you've got, the better it looks. It's the basics of tiling things like this anyway. What, on this picture? Yeah, but that's not the best quality. Can't really use that as detail. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I'm actually using a webcam. Was paid for by the 24-hour stream that we're going to be doing Saturday. As you may know, that was paid for, actually. And that allowed me to buy this webcam. I hope it's good enough. I had a little difficulty setting it up, but I think it's fine now. I think it's fine. Was messing around with the lighting. I was trying to. Now this is where we can set this up. And we can even make that run along here. A little bit ago I was trying to make the lighting on the back of the webcam so I tried to put a white screen behind it so that there's a little bit more ambient light coming in from all angles instead of just one light there and there's another light at the end of the room. That's not bad. That is not bad. I actually kind of like that. So yeah, this webcam powered stream is sponsored by Buckman55. If you are watching, thanks for the webcam. Is that too large? Yeah, it's too large. Let's put one of these over here as well. As I mentioned, detailing this sort of stuff is mostly just applying variations until you have enough variations as to where it looks good. Looks good enough, I should say. You can go absolutely crazy with it, of course. You can put in just as many variations as you like. I believe, Doki, that you would actually send... anyone smoking. Of course. That's what he does. Okay, so this is slightly lower, which means we'll simply have to lower this a bit. Constrain the edge, move this down, over here. Constraining this to edge instead of simply moving it down keeps this angle right here the same. It's useful. And now we are playing with a very limited selection over here. This is very, very thin, so we're probably going to have to... if we're going to use these, then we'll have to be... Actually, I don't want to... Yeah, it doesn't matter. We need some variations in height anyway. How about this? It's not bad, not bad. Me likey. Oké, eens even kijken. Nu wat we kunnen doen, is we kunnen simpelweg een van de 5 iets langer maken dan de rest. Komen we op dit effect uit. Ik weet niet of ik daar een fan van ben. Wow, that's actually... Well, actually lines up. Not bad. And then we do it again, right over here. We have some empty space over here. How many of these can we put in sequence without it looking stale? Music. Tone you down a bit, we'll tone you up a bit. Still have to get used to watching my screen here, or my face here. On the screen, that's a little strange. The more of these you can basically put in sequence, the easier it's going to be, because the more surface area you can fill with, well, filler, the less time you have to actually spend actually detailing something, obviously. So I am doing this, what I'm doing right here, aligning these two and then deleting that one to ensure that there is a equal amount of space between all of these boxes. So it's not really something people care about anyway, but I like doing it. It would be nice if we have this sequence all set up like this one. Still not entirely comfortable with this webcam thingy, but we'll see if people like it. This, of course, also isn't the most stimulating music there is, but it's pretty good. Elder Scrolls series music is, of course, classic. And a required soundtrack in every gamer's arsenal. How does that look? Better? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you're never going to see it from... If you're looking at the Eclipse from this height, then something's wrong. Long story short, it's always going to be like this, probably. Let's see, where are we at right now? Let's see, Star Destroyer is about this size. Can't even see them. Oh. Yeah, that's not all that visible, is it? How large is the Star Destroyer in game? Is it really this size? Because if this is this size, then I might have to adjust some of this detailing. I mean, it's nice for close-ups, but you're not going to do close-ups of this entire trench the whole time, let's be honest. Yeah, this is just too small. This is overdoing it. This is definitely overdoing it. It's a trap I do fall into every now and then. I did, however, of course, mean this ship to be somewhat of an art piece, more than just a 3D game asset, but I do have to keep in mind that not everybody will be as receptive to that as I am, and not everybody really gives a shit. Oh, that's the annoying part. If you misalign it once, you're gonna misalign the whole thing, so. But that's easy to fix. Simply do this. Another good thing about scaling up the detail is that you have to detail less, because, well, you're filling in more per bit. So, let's see, can we get this in an exact line? No, we can't. Damn, with this webcam I can't lazily, like, lean back and do stuff. I have to actually sit up and shit. I have to actually look active while I'm working. I don't always do that. I often lean back and just go. But that's not a problem. How about this? Now look at that. Wait, is that still not in? Okay, so this is the point where we do this and we simply how does that look? You could probably do this across the whole hull. Across the whole hull. Some of these English words are difficult to pronounce. Across the whole hull. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Still a tongue twister and a half though. See, this I like, but then this is too high. Maybe that's because it sticks down to the bottom as well, but this is also a nice styled effect, so maybe I just want to keep this. Yeah, I shouldn't bitch so much and just actually go, because I've already spent so much time on the ship that, well, I do actually want to get it done. So let's actually do that. In that spirit, let's copy this entire section over here. No, that doesn't work. Ooh, but that does. Ooh, it's as if it was made to fit. It wasn't, but this is a happy coincidence. We don't make mistakes, guys. We just have happy little accidents. Oh, I edited the... That's the wrong axis, god damn it! That was the Z. I only want X and Y. Okay, that's not gonna fit. But it fits here though. Now look at that. This. Oh wait, well, that's a bit wasted there, but not over here. Can even make it. Oh wait, we can better detail that manually and then set it over here, because this is. Here you can actually see it. See the bottom as well. I'll be interested to see how many polys this actually produces at the end. Probably a lot. I actually anticipated that the detail on the top plateaus, and with that I mean of course what we put in the trench over here, was not actually going to produce that many polys, because they're I actually made it to be relatively low poly, so not very poly intensive, but it was just copy pasted so much across the entire thing, for like 1, 2, 3, 4 levels up and down, that it just eventually became so much that it just turned into more than 100,000 polys. It's terrible, of course. As I said, I will be exporting a version with and without that, just for the people who want a lower poly version of this. I swear, when I'm speaking Dutch, I don't nearly have as many tongue twisters as this, but I can't really start speaking Dutch on stream, so. Het zou 100 keer makkelijk zijn, maar helaas. Dat gaan we dus mooi niet doen. Dat grapje is voor een andere keer wellicht. Nee, we houden het lekker bij Nederlands. Oh, kijk, 1800, dat is niet zoveel. Dat is helemaal niet zoveel. Daar gaat natuurlijk niet bij blijven, want we hebben dan lekker een heel trendje om te detailen, maar het zou mooi zijn. Het zou mooi zijn. Man kan dromen, hè. Man kan dromen. Alright, it's still a little lazy what we're doing, but I think I'm gonna excuse myself for doing that. Why are we working in Alt W? One viewport when we can have 4 viewports. Why have 1 active viewport when you can have 3 inactive viewports and another one which is active? See, I could simply do this, and then we have this effect, which I liked, but it doesn't matter, we can just change it. What's the point? We can just change it later. Then again, you can change everything later and then cry because you didn't do it correctly the first time, but I still think that these outflowing bits better curved, but It's gonna be one of these DJ Khaled moments, one of these congratulations, you played yourself moments when we're done. I remember that when we did that on the 24-hour build stream of the Mediator. I felt so stupid. I was like, no. I fucked myself, sadly. That was when I added the additional detailing, the blisters to the ship, and I was starting to actually rotate like I think it was the 3rd one of like, it must have been 100 of them, like at least 60, probably more than 80, and also probably more than 100 of these blisters, and I started rotating them up and down, and then eventually I changed the fire bones and set that all up and align everything perfectly, and I had a whole method set up to actually do that correct. And I was like, oh, we can do this, and then we do that, and that's the optimal way, the fastest way to do it. And then I realized this is going to take me like 2 hours to set this shit up, and far more than that to code and actually check in game if see if everything works. So I was like, why am I doing this shit? This is a 24-hour build stream. I don't have time for this crap. Fuck this shit. And then of course I skipped everything. I played that congratulations, you played yourself video. I was like, yeah, this is topical. Like this music. No, we're not gonna turn it up. That's not gonna make the music more intense. Come on. And the intensity of the music is not linked to the volume. Now that's something I often forget, and I just turn it up, and I'm like, yeah. It's not actually going to change the immersion of the music. It is, however, going to damage your hearing. So, and I haven't looked at chat in a bit. Sorry, guys. Just realized this. Without the bottom hanger bay, the Eclipse looks a tiny bit off, at least than usual. Yeah, it does a bit. Love those big cylinders. So do I. I think they fit quite nicely. They're up. Man, I was so tired during that. Holy hell. You have no idea. There's 24-hour streams, so they're fun, but by God, by the end of them, you are tired. Don't worry though, I have that under control for the next one. Because I'm just going to keep pouring coffee until the ship is finished, or until I have a heart attack. On stream. First heart attack on stream, guys. Woo. I'd say that's going to bring in some more viewers, but it's really not, because I'll be dead. Maybe I should bring some alcohol to the next stream. Kind of quit alcohol, but you know, special occasion, all that jazz. But why was the rum gone? Well, because we have water. We have regular water, we have carbonated water, we have more regular water. Guys, we have water for days. Keep yourself hydrated. It's important. Das ist wichtig, ja. That was German. I don't really speak German, but I speak like 3 words German. And 5 if I try really hard. I want these outside. The whole thing. Yes, like that. Then I want to make them go down, like so. Yes, look at that. Doesn't that look fancy? Not enough. But we can fix that simply by selecting these, then connecting them. Oh yes, they'll put it up there. Watch this, watch this. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be, oh, fuck. Not you. Get him. Just you. Constrained edge, obviously, otherwise this is not going to work. But now, I have the smoothing groups on all of these fucking... I always forget to delete the smoothing groups. It's so annoying. Smoothing groups, for those not in the know, creates a... Thank you. Creates this smoothie effect. This thing, now it's smooth. If we set it to 1, now it is entirely smooth, which looks god-awful, of course. And then we clear them. Problem solved. Problem solved. I'm not actually sure if this looks good, especially across these lines. Look, we have all this nice detailing here, and then suddenly just BAM! 2 massive fucking boxes across the entire thing. It's terrible. Terrible. It's bad. Not even this looks good. Just screw both of them. Screw both of these. This is just no. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. That's the best we can do. Can make them a little. See, even that looks dumb. I mean, it looks quite nice from like the outside, but the outside, as opposed to the inside. No. From the other side, it might look nice, but then again, this already looks quite nice. You do not need the added height, and it only makes it look dumber by comparison. Because, of course, it only emphasizes the fact that these are simple 6-sided boxes, and that just looks dumb. Especially if you have so much nicely detailed stuff, and then suddenly immersion-breaking, boom, box. That's why I hate adding boxes like this. Until I saw the actual effect on Elrati's Executor, like this, and I was like, maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. Like this. This was also a good idea. Half of this trench is mine, by the way. He used my trench as a template, but he vastly improved upon it. Look at it, it's so good. Just want to make sweet, sweet love to it all night long. Look at those. These could be missile launchers. Imagine that. Missile from each of these. Look, seeing this shit makes me happy. This is so good. It's like everything just works. It fits. It's... And then you see this, and then you're like, why can't I make something like that? It's just depressing, really. I mean, I eventually learned to not be depressed by that sort of shit, but oh, come on. When you see someone make something like that, that's so much better than your own creation, and then he says, yeah, you know, made that in 20 days, huh? I'm like, it's just sad. It's just a sad situation. Sad situation. Looks great, though. Absolutely. No negative word about Arati's work. The man's a genius. Man is a genius. Now we can even do this, but that may be a bit too dumb. Yeah, that's not gonna work. See, this only works if it cuts off, like, yeah, not even that actually. That's a bad example. What about this? See, here it works because it breaks up the monotony. No, it doesn't even do that. Maybe if we place 1. No, that also doesn't work. You always have to be careful with these sorts of small objects, because over here you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes, which actually take up quite a bit of space, and all of these of course are more than 4 boxes, but they're quite wide, whereas if you make 4 of these boxes, and you set them side by side, like so, and then preferably aligned properly, like this. You're not gonna have this. Like it's just a small little ship piece. See, this is like not even. Well, it's probably half. Yes, it's about like the size of one of those boxes, right? Like you can put far more in the trench instead of like those large ones. It's just piece, and you have to like put like 4, 5, 6 times as many of these boxes in the same location to get the same length and the same effect. So there's gonna like that the poly count's just gonna like times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6. Where if you had just been using these, so that's why it's always dangerous to use this sort of shit. Which is why I am normally not a fan of, for example, this sort of detailing over here. Can you actually see that? Yeah. This sort of detailing, because it's just poly, like all of these polys, like so painful. Then again, there's a reason this ship with turrets is like, what was it? Casual 1.7 million polys? But it looks so good. Fucker made this in 20 days. 20 fucking days, and I can't build a decent looking superstructure in like, with a lot of modification, in months. But now I have something to go off of. What I will do next, when I go back to the executor and I delete my entire fucking superstructure, I now know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Just a few simple boxes. Oh wait, I should do that with the mouse. Duh. Like you can see me, but you can't see where I'm pointing, so I have to think about that. But I'm simply just get back here. What I'm simply gonna do is I'm gonna just box here, box there, box to the side, and maybe and then another one box here, and then you just modify those boxes a bit, put another few boxes on the sides here, and then you're done. Instead of what I try to do. Let's see, can we bring that up real quick? Which is if you remove all of the external detailing, which I put on it later, you can see that the original here was just comprised of so many boxes. Like if you I had a whole bunch of build streams on the executor itself, where you can eventually see the basis of this entire region is just box here, small box here, small box there, small box there, just elongated and then modified further. Like all of this shit is just one box, which was just modified, and another box, another box, another blah 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 blah, all the way down to the entire thing, like from the front to the rear, just all boxes modified. And I thought that, well, this is a large ship, right? So you probably just want a whole bunch of boxes together, and then the more you put in and the more detailed you make it, the better it's going to look. What I didn't understand, however, is that just this simple shape of just having a few boxes, just a few, and then a few as the base, and then modifying them further by adding more shit to it, looks way better. Had no idea. Could have saved all that time. That was a waste of time, but not to worry. We now know how to actually do it by looking at someone else's work. I would have liked to be able to think that shit up myself, but apparently I simply lack the imagination to do so. But now we have an example, and I guess we'll just have to steal someone else's work to make something that looks good. Which is sad, but if that's the state of things, then that is the state of things, and one day I'll have to simply accept that I lack the imagination to think something up for myself. That's a depressing statement, guys. I know. There's a lot of disappointment behind that feeling and accepting that, but eventually, it's the truth, so it has to be accepted. There's no point running away from it. What the hell is this? Oh, that's the turret structure. I was wondering why was this so much longer, but never mind. Okay, so now back to our ship. Let's actually first check chat. Check. Don't want to see RJ. The first thing I see, I don't want to see RJ die. Oh, don't worry. You won't see me die on stream. At least, you won't see me die off stream either. Hopefully. No, for a while anyway. I definitely plan to at least reach 40. That would be good. With a face cam, we can even see the heart attack, yeah. I'm sure there's some videos of heart attacks on YouTube. Let's see. No, don't worry, Doki. Jawohl. Aber das ist doch richtig, ja. Oh, I had a friend a long time back, many years ago, and the guy did the most hilarious Hitler impression. Like, I know that's stupid to say to a bunch of Germans, but it was so good. Like I would dishonor the guy by attempting to recreate it, but he put on a certain accent, and he wasn't German. He was Dutch as fuck. Like his Dutch accent, terrible, so thick. Like he couldn't speak English to save his life. But that Hitler impression was so funny. That's the funniest shit you've ever seen. I swear to God. I wish there was video of that, but I like that. Anyway. Umi the First live streamed to death online. Yeah, you know, people do enjoy killing other people and then live streaming it. I mean, there must be something very fun about killing other people. I've never done it before, so I don't have first-hand experience, but people just keep doing it, so there must be something about it that's way more fun than I can imagine. Yeah, I do like missiles, obviously. I need that executor. Wait, I can no longer mute that because this mic can pick up shit. I need to stop. That means I need to stop drinking carbonated water. That's actually annoying. Just switch over to the regular water. Actually looks bigger without reference. 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers, you think? Yeah, but it looks so good though. Now you can see a whole stream of me. Streamception. The tunnel of streams. Oh yeah, these are all the different timelines, guys. These are all the alternate universes. The alternate G's. I'm sure there's an alternate universe somewhere in which I still have hair. God damn it! Wish I still had hair. It's actually easier this way. I mean, you just wake up, you step in the shower, and once per 2 days you just grab the razor and there you're done. Simple. Never have to mess with gel or let's see, is it called gel? I'm not sure what the translation is. Hair gel. Is it hair gel? You know, the stuff you do in your hair and then make funky shapes out of it? I think it's called hair gel. Not sure. But anyway, you don't have to do any of that. Oh, which is, you know, just before I knew it, the hair situation just couldn't be salvaged. I actually had quite long hair, and I use gel every day, and I'm a guy who sometimes overdoes things a little bit. So what I did is, since I needed more hair gel, I went to the store and I bought like 4 of the large pots of gel, right? So that I thought like, well, okay, now that we have enough, we won't have to go for another like 6 months, right, to get more. There was like a week or 2 before I decided, like, guys, this hair, it's unsalvageable. I mean, the bald spots are getting so bad. There's no amount of gel that's gonna be able to save this. So now I have all these pots of gel sitting in my closet. It's not a closet. It's what do you call that thing? It's a drawer. Thank you. So now I have all these pots of gel sitting in my drawer, doing nothing, which will never be used. That's such a shame. That's like a solid like 20-25 euros. That's just down the drain. It's such a shame. Such a shame. My own fault though. Should have thought about that first. Didn't, of course. Let's make a few of these, like just randomly bigger. Okay, well we can't see which ones these are. Now we can. Where's the thing? The gizmo. Take it over here. Grab these. See, remember when I said the larger you make the individual detail, the smaller the ship looks in comparison? That's this. Very much. I do like, however, that I no longer have to actually scream into the microphone. Now people can actually hear me, even if I talk relatively quiet. Which also has some downsides, of course, because now if I accidentally... Is this the savior? Is this the solution to all of our problems? No, fuck that. Get out. Get out of my life right now. No, we are not going to be doing that. Alright, well that was a nice idea, but we should just continue with deleting you. I was about to say, does that not stick onto the thing? But it does. People don't think the universe be like it is, but it do. No idea where that quote comes from, but it was so funny. When I first heard that, I was like, what? I had a picture of Neil deGrasse Tyson beside it, the astrophysicist, and I was like, what? He didn't say that, that's impossible. Of course it was a misquote, it was some stupid joke, but by God, was that funny. People don't think the universe be like it is, but it do. Like, how high do you have to be to think that shit up? I always thought that was funny. Great guy, of course, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Very inspiring, inspiring person. So, what do we want to do with this whole thing? I know. We do actually have to ensure that the whole thing this time actually lines up, otherwise we're gonna get more of those nasty surprises down the line where we're like, this doesn't align, god damn it. Hate those moments. So terrible. You just did a bunch of work and you find out, oh, it was all for nothing. Whatever, no one's gonna see that. He says. We'll see. We'll see. No, hopefully we won't see. That's the whole point, dumbass. We'll see. No, we won't see. If we do see, then we fucked it up. And then we'll have to redo it again. It's actually the first time I'm doing it, so it wouldn't be redone. And then we have a bit of a rest, and then we have another section right over here. Same length. Did say a bit of a pause. Doesn't need to be entirely taken out of the equation. How about we place these over here? Okay. So let's see. We have this over here, right? Yes. And then we do this. How far down is the rest of this stuff? Not that far, surely. Almost. Not that far. It's about that far. Is that in the middle? No. Doesn't need to be in the middle. Maybe, maybe not. And now we can... Yeah, but we have to deselect those, which is quicker in that row, so we... Right. Which means that we also have to move this down. Got it. Which means it's faster to just copy the coordinates. Right, of course. Simple stuff, guys. See? Modeling isn't difficult. You just have to know what you're doing a little bit and have a little bit of imagination, which we apparently lack. I lack, sorry. I sometimes talk in the we form, which is the third or fourth? I don't know which person that is. See, now we have a section that reflects in one way, and now we have a section that reflects in the other way. Now we have a section that reflects like this, and we have a section that reflects like this. Actually, the other one's even visible, so even though it's the same height. Interesting. How's chat? Everyone still enjoying themselves? I hope so. There's two. Nah, it's not shampoo. Shampoo is what you use to clean your hair. I'm talking about like styling gel and shit. Ugh. Get that shit off my screen. Dude, just go bald. You'll never go back. Trust me. It's so good. I had great hair. Girls in old ladies love too. I actually got a lot more interest from girls after I shaved my hair. I didn't mind that actually. That was quite fun. They started using hair gel and now it's extremely thin, like an old man. Well, I mean, I blame the gel, but honestly, it's just genetics. It was very clear. The Borg Cube of the World Devs there? I have no idea. I never watched Star Trek. Such a inner franchise. Hey, Adam MC, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. This webcam has been funded by... actually, it hasn't been funded by you. I mean, you funded pretty much most of my education this year. But this webcam is brought to you by Botman55, who paid for the 24-hour live stream, which allowed me to afford this webcam. To now bring you guys my pretty face, my pretty bald face. While we build the rest of the trench of the... My God, we've not done enough on this. Like, I've just been talking and talking and talking. Nothing gets done. This is terrible. God awful. Need to be faster. Should mind that. Next stream. Next stream. Need a paper beside my screen. Work. Every time I look over it. Work. But yeah, side webcam. Side webcam, stream, work. Or build stuff. And every time I look at webcam, it's like build, and it's like, ah, got it. That's what we need to do. Now those, no, this is, no, we need a thinner bit, thinner stuff. We can find that. Thin enough? No, let's see, where's the first one? First one's over here. It's actually over here. Yeah, we need it even thinner. We can find some stuff. What about over... Yeah, it's still too wide. Still too wide. Ah, got it. Right over there. Gotcha. Zo. En kijk, dit gaat werken, jongens. And now... Let's see, is this the curved area? Yes, we don't want a curved area. No, not for this one. Yeah, whatever, we'll just set it up anyway. Wait, this isn't... Fuck it. Fuck it. What's this? So if you are in, that means the rest is inside as well, so easy. Easy peasy for breezy. And now we simply move this all the way up there, not too far, so I can put something else over there. And this is of course small detail, so I should have to check the poly count. What are we looking at right now? 2000. 4000 of symmetry. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's very acceptable, guys. How's chat? Yeah, just a name on Discord, or just a title on Discord, like The Bank. Yeah. The integrated banking, the intergalactic banking. Wow, this is difficult. The intergalactische banking clan. The intergalactic banking clan will sign your treaty. I mean, let's see. If this is 2000. 4000 in total. Then we're going to need at least 4,000. I'm going to at least 12, no, probably close to 16, which means we're going to need 20. Yeah, but that's 32. That's again a third of 100,000. That's maybe a bit too much. I have to make the detail small. Larger, actually. Detail, larger. Integration, smaller. Total result, lower poly count. Need more of these bits. Actually, probably should do more of this type of stuff, but that's more... It's more work intensive to build, so... Should just copy this a couple of times. Simple. Simple, but effective. Right over... Wow, there's like no trench there. Did we use the wrong axis again? Yes, we did. We were right about here. Does that fit for the whole region? Oh, that's so close. So close. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Is that audible on stream? I damn well hope not. Is that audible on stream? I damn well hope not. Don't think so, and even if I couldn't even hear the noise on the stream over the noise outside, so that probably shouldn't be a problem. Eclipse looks thick. Thank you. I did make it quite wide, actually. It feels like a Game of Thrones style. Yes, it does. The banking clan, if you pay CIS ships. The Imperial Galactic Bank. Yeah. I wonder what they're going to do with the new season. The final season. Honestly, wasn't that much of a fan of the last one. It was good, but it's like ever since the books stopped because George R. Martin actually just refuses to write the fucking next one, or at least just finish the next one. The quality of the show has been going down, I think, because they ran out of actual, material to cover. Which is a shame, because it used to be so good, and now it's like, you can see the gaps in the story, and it's sad because it was such a great show. Now it's just like, yeah, it's still fun, but it's no longer. It doesn't have the X factor. I hate using that word. It's a dumbass show. I shouldn't even say that. Okay, how much do we have finished? It's like. Okay, how are we going to fill this whole bit up? We couldn't put everything there we want. I mean, it's relatively low, this area, so we should. It doesn't lend itself well to this sort of shit. I mean, better than the other one, but. How about we take this and we move it up to here. Yeah, but then that's just another copy. Like at that point, you can start seeing the similarities, and that was just we don't want that. We don't want that. Let's copy a few of these. Let's try to put some of these in between. Bit more like that, shall we? See, that's not that bad. Even if it covers the whole thing here, that's not actually bad at all. Oh, no, I meant you. No, no. Okay, can we get a happy medium between that and this? I think we can. I think we just got it, actually. How about that? Get you there, need you there. I wish if you selected something it would automatically center, but it doesn't, so. Instead, we have to manually move the camera, which is not that much of a pain, of course. How about this? Then if I keep talking like this, then I'm going to be tired in no time. Yeah. This, of course, for all the people who just came into the stream, this is Adamancy's Executor. Let's see, if I now quiet this. Let's see, if I now quiet this. Alright, just wanted to see that if I actually need to mute the whole thing. Did I say Adamancy Executors? Oh, shit. Elrati's Executor. Sorry, my apologies. I mean, I would like to put some of these over there, but there's simply no space for that shit. Not on this angle, at least. Not gonna have too much of that. That is just so thin. How about we just grab some very, very long, thin plates like this, and we just put those right smack bang in the middle. We're gonna put them right smack bang in the middle, laddie. And then, of course, longer. How long? Longer. Not much longer, because, as I mentioned, there has to be a limit on how large the detail is, otherwise the ship's going to look smaller by comparison. And that sucks. Especially after we spent so much time getting the ship to look actually, you know, large. We suddenly make the whole thing smaller. That's like, no, what are you doing? We just had this set up so well. Set up so well. I think that's grammatically correct. Grammatically correct. Yeah. Hard R's don't work in that sentence. Grammatically correct. I can speak English, guys. It's possible. Just working out the accent still. You think at fucking like 22 years old you'd have the accent down, but no. I've been speaking English since I was fucking like, I don't know, 8, 10? Probably younger. Still don't have that accent down entirely. Then again, I never really bothered to find out how to actually pronounce shit until a couple of years back, so that's my excuse. Can we get some different music in there? We're not even listening to music right now, it's muted, so. Don't want to flag copyright. We've been listening to fucking Warcraft music again for like 8,000th time. So, and yeah, that will be the joke, right? So I have had 2 cups of coffee today, a little bit earlier. Looks like it should be called the People Ship. Yeah, it's the best. Or we're just instead of naming it Executor, we're just going to name it the Bastion of Communism, right? Because it's been funded by the people, and we give the ship to you, the people. We need to do that with a Bane impression, but I don't have a Bane impression. Let's see. And I give the ship to you, the people. I want to hear that on stream. And I give the ship to you, the people. Oh god, that's so bad. Fuck. Ooh. And I give this shit now. Fuck you. I'm not doing that again. If I could watch that back, I'd do it, but I'll just throw Mutilis to make a new backing planet. Yeah. The People Ship. And I give the city back to you, the people. Alright, what other good ideas does this ship have that I'm not using right now? Because he couldn't have filled this entire trench with the same fucking detail over and over again. No, you idiot, he fucking, look, that he did, what you're not doing because you thought you were smart, is he just made one template and he copied that smack bang all over the whole fucking thing, because you chose to be smart and make fucking indents across the entire thing like this. You can't do that, and you need to manually set everything across the entire fucking trench. I should have just done what he did, but I wasn't smart enough to think of that. And just make one template and then just boom, 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 copy that all across the whole fucking thing. Like I did with the trench. Hindsight's 2020. But that would have been way easier. Oh, regret. You'd think these large ships were learning experiences, right? But I had hoped that at the point when I started making the Executor, that I actually had the experience to build these ships. Point is, I didn't, but I didn't know that at the time, so I just started building, and I thought, well, we'll manage. And then Arati comes in and says, no, you can do this in 20 days if you just focus a little bit. You actually know what you're doing. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just building ships, I don't know how. Fuck that. Can't do it, guys. I need to switch over to the carbonated water again. It's so good. Like, it replaces beer, it can replace alcohol, like it's great. This shit is truly life-giving. Amazing crap. Gonna give the ship to you. The people. Fuck, that's so dumb. I love it. So dumb, I love it. Yeah, someone isolate me some Bane noises. I'm gonna give the ship the Bane sound files. And I give the super laser to you, the people. Yeah. We're not gonna do that. Nice to think about, though. Oh, please, can someone rid me of this music? Oh, I love this music, guys, but I'm just listening to it for like fucking all streams, all build streams. It's terrible. I need some more uncopyrighted music, really. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you for reminding me. Oh. Okay, we need a couple more variations of this. When I say a couple, I mean multiple. Yeah. Where's this? See, that's just sloppy work. And I so much hate having or seeing sloppy work. And here I am doing it myself. It's quite bad. My own fault, of course, but still, didn't know it was that way. Saw it before. Didn't make the connection in my mind that it was this. It's probably in other parts of the ship too, but I'm just not going to look at it in a futile attempt to forget about it. A couple like this is good enough. Yes, that is true. Okay, how are we? Okay, so we got that part of the ship done. Well, that's actually half. I think we're about halfway done with the ship, so let's look at the poly counts again. It's not really factual, but I just like to... It's very acceptable. It's just 5,000. If we can keep it to 10,000. If we can keep it to 10,000, then the whole thing for symmetry down is 20,000. That's actually very acceptable. That's just a tenth of 100, a fifth of 100,000. Wow, math is difficult. But we can do it. And I think that would actually look pretty good. Would like to have more variations. That just takes so long to build, so we're just going to simply copy this over here and then hope that's okay and nobody's gonna notice. Hardy, hardy, har. Bob's your uncle. And we're done. Actually, no, because... Can do it here? No, we can't. Can do it here. Not even, look, because it's too... Where did that come from? No, not there. Here. Right, so in order to get that functional, we need... that section... No, it's not large enough. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Semi-perfect. Good enough. Oh. Excellent. More? Yes, please. Please. By all means. Give me... Oh, I was afraid that wasn't going to work, but... Ah, shit. Not to worry. Can simply do that. More? No, no, too small. That works. Alright, fuck this. We're gonna do some laid back modeling, guys. Oh wait, no, this one was too short. But the other one, the one after this, yes. Do we mean the one after this? Probably not, but if it works, and it works, so we're going to accept it as valid. Right about here, then we select all of these vertices over here, except that for those four. Pull this all the way back. Maybe not all the way back there, though. Yes. For here. Is that parallel? Nah, not really, but... Close enough. Then we select this. Put that shit back. That is not bad. That actually aligns. Oh shit, that's bad. Okay. Pull this out, and now we have all that shit to fill, and can do some interesting stuff with there. This, by the way, is also where you can put a whole bunch of... Is this actually visible? What does OBS look like? Wow, I look like a fat motherfucker like this. Let's not do this. Let's see. Undertaker? What's the question if you think about it? Yeah, well, I'm not going to comment on politics in chat, if you don't mind. Not that I don't like to, but you'll get me going on an endless rant that is going to severely slow us down. Now, if we really want to be fucky, we copy all of this shit and we put it across this bit over here as... No, that's going to take way too long. What are we actually going to put there? Oh, I'm not sure. We'll see once we get there. We can still copy this stuff. Now if we want to actually try some stuff, we could select these. Just these, thank you. We'll place that over there. That's far too far out, isn't it? Yeah. That's a bit too much. Bit too much of a good thing. Can become a bad thing. How about that? Good idea. That's cheesy, but see how far does this span? Oh, all the way across. Oh, hell yeah! Watch this. Or don't. Okay, this may or may not work excellently, or it may absolutely not work at all. We're going to see. Size this whole thing up from here to there, from there to here, from here to there. And then the rest of that song. Not sure if that's copyrighted. Probably not. Can't imagine it is, but still not gonna sing that shit. You know, maybe we can have one side that does that. Just one. It still looks silly. Seriously, that's just no. 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 How far out are we? This far? There's actually a metal cover of that song that I like, but I'm not sure if that's going to get copyright struck. Alright, I'm going to deafen you guys for a minute. If you don't want to listen to this shit, you have to mute the stream right now. Warning, this may or may not contain an electric guitar. Yeah, I mean, that kind of works. Let's see, how is this? That's actually not bad, but I think it may actually look better when it's flat, strangely enough. Absolutely worth the copyright flag, if this does indeed flag copyright. Okay, so I think I can only use this twice on the entire ship before it actually starts being noticeable, so... Ah, you get 20 hands for this crap. Especially if you think too much. It's probably bullshit. You do get sweaty hands from it, at least I do, so... You occasionally see me wiping off the sweat from my hands and my trousers, so... I'm not secretly fapping below the table. That would be interesting. Yeah, I'm live streaming that. I bet that gets you banned from Twitch. Without a doubt, though, it gets you banned from Twitch, especially with the new guidelines. About time, though. Where do you put this? Not very close. This whole section is semi-filled. I mean, we still have some there. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Not again. Please, tell me that's not... Of course it's there, you copied the whole fucking thing. You think it's... I hate that shit. Okay. We'll manually align it. Alt, my friend. Alt is the button that you have to keep pressed. Now to get this working. It's not difficult to remember, but it must be done. Got it? Got it. Good. See? That was not so difficult. Now where did we place that other section? Right about here. At the edge. Right here. We have to increase the width slightly. Let's get the desired effect, but that doesn't matter. Yep, we do. Which is easiest to do like this. That song is a cooperation song between one of my favorite vocalists and someone who's very good with the guitar. I don't know him or his work personally, but I will gladly listen to the song a second time, even if it does strike copyright, because, well, you can't listen to the Skyrim soundtrack forever, guys. Truly, you will get tired of it someday. Even if you won't, I do. I did say it should be wide, but then again this was already slimmer, so this was already... The difference between this and this shouldn't be as pronounced, exactly. But here it is, so here we just have to increase the height. Constrain to Ash, I love you, but not now, please. Single, please. Whoa, what the? Right, that's not fixable from this angle. I was about to say, did my F button stop working again? That's a frequent problem with 3DS, of course. And this is just barely enough. But we can do this, and then we still have to select it. Guys, selecting edges truly is an art form. It has to be learned, it's a skill, and it's goddamn annoying. But it's alright. No. Oh, you smoothing groups. Now it's the smoothing groups. Truly, sometimes working in this program is not even a battle against yourself or your creativity, but a battle against the program itself. Still, it's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it. Depends on the end result, really. Whoa, not that way. That way only. Otherwise you get this, and we don't want. No, fuck that. We don't want that. How about now? What if we increase width? That would break up the monotony. Then again, we already made these edges to break up the monotony, but I'm willing to give that a shot. That does have, yeah. How can we fix that? But, you know, by now we already made the edges, so by now it's no longer fixable. Well, not properly, not cleanly, but we can still move them back manually and then hope it doesn't mess up. Have to be done this way, and then hope that it's somewhat straight. If it's not, this is going to cause triangulation issues. Well, it's not going to cause triangulation issues, but it's going to look like shit because you can see the triangles if I fuck this up. We can fix it properly, but that's going to take a little bit of time, and I'm not going to do that. That takes too much time. Ooh. Sorry guys, I will shut this down. Sorry about that. Meets metal. Rip Christopher Lee. Yeah, man. Christopher Lee, what a baller. Honestly. Great Lord of the Rings actor. Then again, pretty much all actors in the Lord of the Rings are pretty good. Wow, chat's nearly dead, guys. Is that it? Well, I mean, there's only 9 people there. 9 people? Come on, guys. 9 people? 9 people watching this shit right now? Let's see. How's this? It's actually not bad. I mean, if we can use that. Yeah, now that one we can use on several parts of the ship without it looking shitty. No, I'm not going to copy that over to the super laser structure. Aren't we though? Because that's quite empty. That's of course the turret complex I had made for. I tried to put this as ribs across the ship, like perpendicular to the ridge, like, but that just didn't work. Why do I make those sound effects? I don't know. Not sure. Do just leave this blank. I mean, it's no shame having a little bit of stuff here and there that's not filled up. And again, I mean, the poly count. The poly count allows for more on this, because this is not the problem. These polys are not the problem. They never were. Especially not if you keep it wide like this. Because this sort of shit copied on like 4 different terraces. That's a problem. I cannot paste that here because that's too close. Do you think? If we put something in between, then it would be okay. Maybe. Oh, axes, I just want X and Y. Should have an option somewhere to just disable the... Maybe there is an option to disable one axis specifically on the gizmo for a bit while you're working. I just don't know about it. I just don't know about it. Okay, so how about we place these? How about we don't? We just keep this straight to the hull, like that. Ugh. No. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? This looks reasonable. That doesn't, though. So maybe we keep them wide, like this. See, that doesn't interfere with any of the bottom stuff. And we can still symmetry the whole thing to the bottom. Which we might do, because, let's be honest, this looks empty. Very empty. Too empty, even. And... Hmm. How far can we make that go before it starts looking bad? I'm not sure. Let's try. Right about there. Which ones are not copied? These. I want to maintain you. How far do I want that to go? You can go. All of that goes. How's this? Now see, that's just too much. That's just too wide and too much. That's a shame. I thought since this basically covers the whole ridge, you could have this represent a, say, general structure for the outside that you could basically copy to every single part of the ridge, but I don't think that's going to work. It doesn't look good enough. It's a shame because I think it could work, but meh. What else? We could put that on the side. I'll watch that some other time. I mean, we could just start. We could just start actually. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just not going to put the stream on YouTube, and I'm just going to listen to my music. Then again, that might deafen you guys. I hope you like Sabaton. If you don't, my apologies. This is where you turn off the stream. I don't need to do that. I can simply mute this and then listen to whatever the hell I like. Which in this case... what's that? That one, yes. Let's go. Let's go. Right there. This is where we need a break. You still have smooth... I thought I cleared every smoothing group there was, but apparently I did not. Did now, though. That was not the button I meant to press. What was it? Control Alt C? Yes, that's... No, that's not it. Shit. Control Shift. No, that's also not the one. What was the button to undo camera movement? There was a button to undo camera movement, but I don't know what it was. That's semi-acceptable. While we are building, we should keep this centered to this, so we no longer have any... Oh, this is poly-intensive, but you can have a few rips across the ship. A few. Uh-oh. How bad is that? Nations fallen in 6 days of war. Almost invisible. Good. No. Where are we? Good. Protectory land. How do I mute? I need a set. Is this too annoying, this webcam placement, by the way? Can someone comment on the location of the webcam? Undertaker, I see, also partakes in the finest of music. Kirsten is good? Good, good. Excellent. Well, let's go, shall we? That's a good point. Where is that one? Not Panzer Battalion. Panzer Battalion. That does it. I don't like that shape. What's the book? Connect the edges? No. Could make it go. That's too complex. Not too complex, but it's not across the rest of the ship. That makes it too unique and not uniform enough in design. And it increases the poly count by too much. Any way to save this other than just simply pushing it back? And I'll have to probably push it back. Simply pull those back and then underneath the rest of the armor. That was the idea anyway. Why am I even pulling this back? Oh yeah, I remember what effect I wanted to achieve, but I can't achieve that, so why am I even bothering doing this? That's like some serious structural thinking that I'm not doing, that I should automatically just have at the ready. But I don't, which is a little bit worrying. Have any of you seen the new Hearthstone expansion coming up? The Witchwood thingy? I stopped playing Hearthstone a long time ago because it was just getting too expensive for me. I never actually paid money for the game, but through free to play you can actually just get more cards and then build up your collection that way. But I just didn't have the time, and since the expansions were just coming out too quickly, I didn't have enough time to actually get enough dust to get more cards. So I stopped playing, but I still follow the scene because I like the game a lot. I just stopped playing. We can do this quicker. Would you guys mind if I turned on the music on stream? Because I could easily just mute the music simply by clicking this button, but I could also just enable it, so that way you guys also get to hear the music. But I'm not sure if you guys would be a fan of that, since of course Sabaton is an acquired taste, and not everybody enjoys that sort of stuff. Not everyone pushes the frontline force with such tremendous force. Can I get a bit more? Right, I need more of those ships. I know, I remember. Said that before. Ghost Visions. I filled that whole area up with these, which means that that is no longer available. This is, but maybe too small. Yeah, that no longer fits. Where does this fit? Right over there. Got it. Four, that is way too structurally non-randomized. No, that's not the word. Apt. Whatever. Doesn't matter anyway. Is that good? Oh, right. Well, that doesn't work anyway. Don't go that far. Pacific Rim theme. That's a good choice. Excellent choice. Do I have that here? I had that. Do I still have it? No longer have it. Well, I'll have to play it from YouTube then. Pacific. Hell yeah. What was it? Pacific Rim has to be the, I have to say it's pretty much the, it's either the best dumb movie ever made or the dumbest good movie ever made. Something along those lines. But it's something, that's for sure. Alright, we're all the way, okay, so that's not gonna matter. No matter. How are we going to fill this shit up? We could be fancy and add more boxes down here, which would then go underneath here and then attach to the bottom as well. But I think that's just a little bit too much. Not that the polygon doesn't allow it, but actually the polygon doesn't quite allow it, the total not, but the total limit for this structure. Then again we can ditch the total limit because we already went so overboard with the terraces superstructure detail that basically at this point poly optimization is like, doesn't matter, irrelevant. I'm not even sure if the exporter can export this whole thing in one go. Probably can. I mean, Bernstrom managed to export his execor and a couple of capital ships into one ALO file, so probably we're going to be able to do this one as well. I did say I was going to use the ribs again, somewhere in front of the ship. That part still needs detail. How about this? We can do this quicker. Interesting. So this is not affected by this. That's actually quite logical. Why didn't I think about that before? Okay, so interesting. So this is not. Shut the fuck up. Microphone test, microphone test, microphone test, microphone test, quiet, microphone test, quiet. Shut the fuck up. Microphone test, microphone test, microphone test, microphone test, quiet, microphone test, quiet. It's acceptable. Still put it down a little bit. Wow, we've got 14 people watching this shit. Everyone, welcome to the stream. By the way, I am your host, Journal. We are we are working on the Eclipse Super Star Destroyer. We are specifically working on the trench detail, which we've been doing for a while now, but we're nearly done. That's the exciting part. Finally! It's been taking long enough. Finally. Okay. And you can barely see it, but remember, you're not going to see the ship from this angle in game. You're going to see the ship from like that first. Maybe if I pull back. Am I going to pull back the camera? I was planning to pull back the camera. We already lowered the FOV of the camera, which besides making the game look more cinematic, also has the great side effect of the game having to render fewer polys. So we can pull back the camera slightly, unless of course you go sideways with the camera, in which case the game will cry. This would be max. Okay, so let's. I think it's about this again. Let's go for this. So you're actually going to see this, so you can actually see the trench slightly. This you can't see that shit. We'll make it. But it does look good. I think it looks good. Can we change the wireframe color? No. Only there. Can we change it to clay? Yes, we can. Oh, that looks different. See, it is working. It is working. Slightly, at least on the top. Here it is at the bottom. So to increase the poly count by this object by half. But since, well, we already discussed the poly count on the trench detail, poly counts on this, no, that's wrong. And that's even without all the top detailing. So I'll have to put a whole bunch of ridges down here, a bit of detail on it. Ow, what was that? Don't do that. I'm watching you. Alright. I still want to do a bit of detailing over here, make a few insets in this ridge, and then again if we're going to poly count. Why is this game so old? Why couldn't this game just be made? Guys, I don't like this poly count. I don't like the poly count. And it will be fixed if I delete the entire structure. This, if we simply delete this, problem solved. Effing effort. No, and I'm going to save a copy before I try that, because otherwise we might just crash and lose the shit. I don't want to do. Here we go. It's not gonna work. Fuck you, that's right. I think it was. Hang on while I switch this over to webcam view while I go check my DMs on Discord, because that contains the proper way to actually set this up. Elraza told me, but I actually kind of forgot to proceed. It was either Union or it was. I don't know. Tim was bowling, right? It's probably. Switch to Union, okay. Switch this back over to desktop so you guys can see the screen again. Unions, select object. I never have much faith in the volume modifier because it fucks up so often. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but we're just gonna try. And I wouldn't be surprised if it even crashes through the FX. A, because the whole bowling system sucks ass. And B, because this is quite a lot. So this object has like 100,000 plus polys, so I wouldn't be surprised. This would lower the poly count, which is why I'm doing it. Alright, so currently 3ds Max is not responding, but I'll give it a moment because I know that this program sometimes needs a moment. It's like a woman, it's attention. And you can't just ditch this whole thing. There is no better program to do this with. Well, there are a couple, but there's Maya, there's... what was that other one? En we zijn weer terug, dames en heren. De stream gaat verder. I can understand that, of course. I doubt anyone else can. That was Dutch. Let's see, where's that one really good track? The Shattered Dome. Love that track. So good. Yeah, well, I mean, I anticipated that it was going to crash, so I made precautions. The Continental Cracker, yeah. I'd like to put this on repeat, but I know that people don't like it if I put shit on repeat and then make it audible on stream. So I'll just not do that. Alright, what's still, let's see, where are the gaps? We have gaps, we have, hello? Did we just unselect? Yeah, good. Okay, so we've got some. Why does that happen? Does it still do that? Must be an issue with symmetry. Okay, so we have gaps over, I mean, I do want to keep these because this is basically filler. How many of those do we have across the ship? A couple, but they're not very well integrated, so I may just ditch them. There's the stuff which you try and then you figure out, oh, that doesn't actually look good. I have my doubts about these. Are these actually? Nope. I didn't think so. Getting a little chilly here, even though we have been getting record temperatures here in Holland the past few days. It's still getting a little bit cold in the evenings, obviously. Yeah, this is just too small. Integrate them like so. No shame in that. We can obviously leave something empty, it's not a problem. The texture will take care of it, even though the texture is not going to be that detailed. Am I actually... Do we actually have everything set up properly? You shush. Take care of it, even though the texture is not going to be that detailed. Am I actually... Do we actually have everything set up properly? You... that seems about right. Sorry, I wasn't following chat. Do you plan on having any more special units like Task Force something something, or... yeah, the Task Force thing was a bit... I don't still have that up, do I? I am fairly sure I removed that. Thank you, by the way, to all my Patreon supporters. I very much appreciate the help. As I already said, helps me pay for all sorts of stuff. And for example, this webcam here was paid for by the 24-hour stream that we're going to be doing. Yeah, I removed that, okay. By the 24-hour stream we're going to be doing coming Saturday. Hope you'll join me there. Okay, let's see, what else? Here we have a bunch of empty stuff. We can fill that up with random crap. Or just keep it empty. I mean, I do like to have something there. Even if it's just whatever. What could we put there? One of these. Oh yeah, I was going to find a place to put those. To put more of them. See, I already copied them over and then forgot about them. What's this? Whatever it is, I don't like it. Well, I do, but not right now. Give me back that shadow dome. Don't like the loud snapping noise, but can't do much about that, sorry. I could just find a different soundtrack video, but yeah, not gonna bother. Let's just actually finish something on the ship for once. How about that? That is not bad. Of not selecting a vertex on such a large file. I should know better by now. Constraint to nothing, good. Come on, a little bit closer, good, good. Do I want? I want you, and you. The rest can go. That's not enough. That needs special treatment. Should have thought about that before. Can't we just localize this? No. No, okay, I'll just do it there. This still set a few good. And now we find every other replica of this exact structure and we copy this over in between there because that looks better. Looks more interesting. See? We don't have that much of these structures out there, so. See, this is why it's useful to actually build a palette before you start, you know, integrating it into the rest of the ship, but I barely do that. I know that's the proper way to do it, but again, I don't do that. I should, but I don't. Right, next. Oh, that's it? Good. Good, that means we can continue. Proceed. I'm not going to fix that right now. We are in danger of copying too much of this. We need something large, something to fill these voids. Something significant. Something that can just be copy-pasted everywhere. Like this, only not this, because this stands out too much, that not either. Save the file. Regular saving. Avoids disasters later on. Do we have anything here? Bunch more ribs, man. I don't know much of these. I mean, this now looks probably somewhat good. Okay, what's this thing? Do like the nope. How on the top view you can see the receivers of the super laser on the sides. That was a good idea. That's something. Shut off the Colossus soundtrack. Another classic. Yes. With the what relentless exactly? What are you talking about right now? Have you some magical relentless model? And I don't mean the one Nomada uses because, well, fuck that. I do want to see that relentless model though. Send that in chat, please. No, we'd have to make that buildable on a different planet than Quad, since the Quad build bar is just full right now. Again, send that model link in chat. I'll look at it in a bit. Actually surprised the 3D model that exists that I didn't know about, but I do miss things, of course. Just not used to it. I normally kind of keep up with model creation of that sort of stuff, but whatever. See, what are you talking about? Doesn't fit, that fits somewhat. Fits better there. That's not wide enough. If this fits, I will replace it. Good, it fits. And then I will look at that relentless model that I apparently missed. Oké. Dat is goed genoeg. En dan verwijderen we deze. En dan zetten wij dit er... Nou, shit, dat past net niet. We'll improvise. That's too much improv. Now there's a way to actually do this quicker, but... How's that? See, that is not bad, but that's also more poly intensive than the regular box thing. I bet you that this will have increased the poly count severely. Severely. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so where's this relentless model that I missed? Okay. The relentless 3D model that you were talking about. Please post a link to that in chat so I can check that out, because I do like looking at those types of things. And I also wasn't aware that someone actually made a 3D model of that. Like, a proper one, not Nomada's one. Man, this looks so much better than without. Here, watch, just check this out and then without. So much better. Oh. Makes me want to copy it to these parts, but I know that's a bad idea. That's a poor life choice. See here, this is all the superstructure I had built before finding out that just wasn't going to work. Why does this look like it's a flipped polygon? What? Hang on. How much of this is flipped? Did I flip just one object? What the hell? That must have been a mistake. How about now? Okay, well that was weird. Okay. This was the superstructure that I had built, which was supposed to go around this, but that results in this, and it just didn't look good enough. Might be useful on other ships though. If I ever make a Minotaur 4 or whatever, if I ever get commissioned for that, then I will definitely use that. And maybe Doki's trench... Speaking of, Doki's probably gone by now, but that man should have sent me the trench detail. Or at least he said he would have. He said he would. So, would have liked to receive that, because it looked madly useful. Having that sort of detail on hand is just so useful. Right, well, never mind then. Oh, I would love for the bottom to have the same level of detailing as the top, but... Maybe I should put something in here. Maybe I should draw this. No. Oh, come on, this isn't the best part of the soundtrack. Go back to the action. Interesting, but I don't think, yeah, you have chunks missing. Nice though. Sign of the Colossus. Maybe I should put one of the Shadow of the Colossus soundtracks in. And then it plays whenever this ship is on the field. That would be thematic, but I'm not sure if people would be a fan of that. I always get complaints if I put in music in the mod that is not directly Star Wars related, so I might get shit for it if I did that. Okay, do I really? Oh, come on, I need to fill shit like this, but I don't know how. I know how. You simply grab some shit and you add to it. Simple. Easy. Everyone can do it. Don't grab this because it already is all the way over there. But these ribs, for example, excellent. See, slap it on there. Done. Was that so difficult? Yeah. Boom. Finished. See, that wasn't difficult at all. Okay, I was just about checking, like, you guys can actually hear the music, right? It would be a shame if you couldn't. I mean, this one isn't one of the best tracks, I think, but there's some great tracks in this whole thing. No, I'm on that one. I'm about to put on the Bob Ross remix again, because this shit's getting frustrating. It's my fault, of course, but still. Okay, what other bits still need doing? That one? Any other? Generic piece? Yeah, let's just copy some of these. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but honestly? I was hoping it was going to transition into the good track right there, but it didn't. Oh look, this actually. See, that's what I'm saying, there's like the generic. I said that before, but let's actually grab some more. And I want you to go right over here. Fill that whole section. How long until the good? Oh, that's this one. Okay. Wish I had thought of this idea and then make them this alone. You could just, that's so well integrated into the rest. You just shoot a box with 8 inlets. So simple, so effective. Wonderful. I love that shit. Bunch of pipes. I was very risk averse by not putting those in the trench because, well, yeah, I mean, there's a few of these, but mostly cylinder free or safe volumes. Okay. Other parts. This. You know, I heard you like ribs, so I'm gonna put some more ribs right behind the hangers. Okay, maybe not that many. Right there. That's where it ends, and okay, so we just have to delete that one, then it all fits. Does this clash with the... Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, what else? This whole section. I can't copy it like 3 times in the same. Then it will just actually look like a bunch of copy-pasted shit. Even though it is copy-pasted shit, obviously, but the trick is to make it look like it isn't. I also still have to do a bit of work on this stuff, because this is all empty. This is such a ridiculous amount of firepower packed into one little area that this can practically just be deleted, because this will never be used anywhere. Like this in itself, that's enough weapons for a ship. Like you could strap engines onto it and say, boom, that's a ship. That's so much firepower. Not bad, not bad. Visible from the side? Barely, but overshadowed by the super laser emitter, of course. Looks a bit like a larger lightsaber, but that doesn't matter. The good thing about this new microphone is that it should be able to actually pick up my voice, even if I talk very quiet. The good thing about this new microphone is that it should be able to actually pick up my voice, even if I talk very quiet. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. No. Shadows of the Empire is not Nomada's mod. Shadow of the Empire is Jedi Console's mod, which was eventually... No. Shadows of the Empire. He gave it to... Shadow of the Empire is Jedi Console's mod. Or she, actually. It was a she. She came out as, hey guys, I'm a her. And after that she wanted to leave the community. Or no, she wanted to leave the community. And then she said, I'm actually a she. Which she apparently felt intimidated by a bunch of other... by the fact that most of the modern community is, of course, guys. And then she left, and she didn't just want to leave her mod behind, so then she gave it to Nomada to finish. So, of course, would be my first choice to of people to give a mod to, but hey. But hey, her choice. Of course, would be my first choice to. Why don't I put something in there? Maybe not this. What the hell? No, wait, the area you want to fill is... What area do we want to fill? Not this. That. That one. Why don't we pick a few of these? silly me. Not right now. Oh god, this was the flying one. That one is difficult to kill. This soundtrack. She had to jump on the wings via the horse. That's difficult. I don't actually have a PS4 or anything, or the other one. But I've watched a couple of playthroughs on the game. I enjoyed it. I'll put something larger on it. What object would be good? Probably just one of these. I have to say, I do like myself some piano music because I don't know, I just do, but not when I'm streaming. Lovely music, not for now. The only album of Sabaton that I really do not like, their first one. It's also incidentally the only one in which they don't sing about war. That's not actually part of it. Sure. See, breaking up the monotony by just a little can add so much. At least I think that looks much better. Okay, so what area do we not yet have filled? Oh, come on. Stop doing that. That either barely fits or it does not fit. It fits barely. Oh, fuck. I want... Okay, good. Sorry. Excellent. Much, much better than most of this. Can we reuse this? Okay, this has to be filled and I don't care with what. Just pick something and go. This also isn't their best song. This one I like. Actually, I like most of those songs. Don't know, just like the band. This is too high. We'll have to pick something else. That's already in use right there. That's also... Do we have the non-flat one? Do we actually have the flat ones anywhere? No? Yes, good. How about now? A few there, right? No. No, that's one of the outer ones. Do not change the outer layer. Like that. This is just only outer layer, which makes it a tad bit boring, but I think we can get away with it. I think. Next day made the day. It's almost 13,000. It's more than I wanted. It's about to get worse. Let's actually delete you and stick to you for now, and then we move all of that down at the same time. And then we will see. Then we... Shit, did we put that on the outside? You fucking retard. I told you not to do that. See? We have that nowhere except for that last bit. Whatever. We'll take them. This... You can't symmetry this whole detail down and then expect it to work on a curved surface, especially if it goes down separately in different angles the closer you get to the front of the ship. Has to be done manually. Manually. Per. Is this going to take too long? No, no, no. This is doable. This is doable. Is this higher than the other one? No. Then why does it look like it is? Not sure. Doesn't matter. Where are you? I know you're here. Right there. That it must be good enough. Exactly, it's supposed to go inward anyway. I lost my bearings. Where are we? Right here. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Occasionally this can get a little bit should just do this, but you can't always do that because sometimes like this there's overlap. So much of it that you can't actually figure out which piece is which. Oh god, that's way too far down. The difference between this is of course that this is curved far more sharply than this is. So if you extend the pieces like these, you get very different results. Can we keep this up? No, but we can keep it up for a little bit. At least to the point where the laser cuts down again. I wonder, the people over in Streamland, what do you think so far of the ship? Can I get some opinions on how it's currently being worked out and potentially some constructive criticism as to what areas could be improved and in what ways? I'm definitely always looking to improve both the general modeling skill as well as just the ship itself. And there's of course always areas that it can be improved on. So I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on that. I'll take a moment to sit back and take a look at what I'm doing. Overthink a few things. Design choices. Yeah, if you'd be so kind as to write down some piece that maybe could be improved, or a part of the ship that you don't think looks good yet, or not good enough yet, and how that could possibly be made better, how that could be fixed in chat, then I would be very appreciative. Maybe it should add the gravity wells. Maybe. It just adds so much. Yeah, but it also looks a little comical. My apologies. I shouldn't do that because, well, the mic picks that up. Well, whereas normally this mic didn't do that, but this one does. So I'm terribly sorry about that. Velcine, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. I actually kind of forgot who that was. 3ds Max did literally not let me after 2.5 to 3 hours of trying. And I tried, trust me. Like 3 different ways. I was about to start manually doing it until I realized, no, we're not doing this. These are too high. Oh, that's because I think those are the areas. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's the cutoff point. It's almost invisible. I'm not even sure you guys can see this in the street. I mean, you will be able to see it in game, don't worry. But... well, it's about the poly count of my Imperial Star Destroyer. Without turrets. With turrets, that's a different story entirely, but... it's less? What is this message? No, that's the whole thing. Peculiar. Very peculiar. I'm half tempted to keep the top flat, but that just doesn't look good. But I don't know what to do with it. I could just start randomly adding detail to it, but I don't want to do that. Hey man, welcome. You fell asleep. Well, feel free to go back to sleep, man. Oh, sorry, did the Sabaton music wake you up? My apologies. Not because of this awesome music I need to listen to. It's going pretty well. We finished the detailing of the trench. I'll try to, well, give you a close-up. Basically, it's a whole bunch of boxes. Ergo of the entire ship, but we added a bunch of boxes to the trench, and I think it now looks significantly better in the close-up. If we have a perspective shot and we go besides the trench, we can now see that all of this stuff has been added. The bottom has part of it as well, but that doesn't look nearly as good. It's just I'm still debating removing all this crap. It doesn't look good now, but if I were to copy all of this over here, and here, and here, and here, it would. But that would be so many polys. Actually, it wouldn't. Let's see, the top surf. No, it's not about the surface area. It's about the instrument. No, that's not really useful. What is it? Circumference. What? It's about the circumference. Let's see, the total circumference. Oh, I forgot this. Whatever. Total circumference of this thing would be about this. We only need the top, so it's only 10,000 polys, and the consecutive ones only about, what, like 10, so 10,000, and then about 6, 4, and 2. That's not that much. I don't know. Total is about like what? Another 18,000 maybe? Not bad. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. So if we delete this, we have plenty of polys to do that with. But we don't really want to do that. Let's just start working on the front. What do you guys think? Alright, that's enough of that. Thank you very much. Let's put on some quiet music again. I think I can bear to listen to some more. Let's see, we could put on some Mass Effects. I mean, at this point we've flagged copyright by so much that really, what does it matter? Not much. I'm gonna listen to this for like 1 or 2 cycles before I skip again. Okay, let's see. I do like this ship. I think I built a pretty ship. It's not finished though. It needs things. But I want it to be finished so badly, but this just does not look good yet. And I want it so badly to look good, but I'm afraid of all the work that it's going to take, so I don't want to start on the terraces. But I know that if I don't start on the terraces, then it's never going to be finished. Why does this look... That's probably because it is shaded. It's not actually flipped, right? No, it's not. No, it's not, okay. Okay, what would be a good way to quickly actually detail the terraces? I'm not sure. Maybe I should just do the front first. That's a good way to escape the terraces for now. What do we put there? What would Elrati do? You'd fill this whole thing up with ball turrets. Well, we could do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to put hard points on the... Why not? Tempting target. We should put some boxes there. It's not actually, you know, difficult to do that right now because we haven't yet. That doesn't matter, we can simply mirror this. How dumb would that be? With all these indents? Pretty dumb. But these are separate planes. You don't have to. You can cut all that out. This can stay. Remember? Okay, we'll try. I'll give it one try. A single solitary try. Just for you. Just for you. Detach. No, wait, but what about the... We close that. Oh, I love this music so much. It's so good. So good. Actually, we need the entirety of this. Well, not that. How far do we need that? Not there. Let's see. Close that, yes. I'm actually getting a little tired, guys, so I'm not sure how long. 12 now. How about another hour? Okay, another hour is doable. I think I'm going to be streaming for 1 more hour and then I'm probably going to call it quits. That's the wrong thing. Okay, how about this? Does that capture most of it? That captures the entire trench. Okay. Wait, how much does that actually contain? Does that contain the engine section? Yes. Is that bad? Doesn't matter, it's gonna be some treat anyway. Okay, let's try it. This is the wait, what? Did I not move this? What is this? Oh, that's the part I detached. Here we have a very flat Eclipse. Okay, so basically the reason I did this was to mirror the detailing here, which means that I can now apply some preferably who else can go for now. Oh, I hope you align. I absolutely hope you align in one go. Maybe not. We'll see. Why did I not keep that face? Edge, not face. We could, of course, just simply copy the Z coordinates if they are the same across the entire hull, which is probably not the case. Of course they are. Of course they are not. They were not, in fact, the same. Of course they are, he said. The narrator comes in. It was not, in fact, the same. Yeah, never mind. If we simply... Does that have a make planar? Yes, it does have a make planar button, which I'm not sure. No, we shouldn't use that. We should absolutely not use that because that will turn real fucky real quick. Making this align is the best we can do. Oh, but it doesn't have the Z coordinates. It's also not an issue. No, that doesn't change the plan. Let's keep this unsymmetry for now. That will be slightly easier to work with. Not much, but just something. Right? Okay, so we need, I mean, the fuck. That's actually annoying. Okay, guys, the plan here is I want to attach the bottom, this whole thing, to the face that I've just created, or this edge over here. This edge runs all the way, all across the length of the ship to the rear. I should have that one as well then. You're right. Doesn't need to be symmetry. If 3S Max crashes now, then I still have the backups, never mind. I still have the backups. Of course I still have the backups. What, you think I was an amateur? Nah. What's this? What is this? That one will be deleted. This whole region will be deleted, except for the rear part. Actually, maybe the rear part will be deleted. No, because we're not copying this. We did just copy it, my friend. No, that's not an issue. We maintain this and we delete the symmetry part here. This is mostly the part where I just go over things in my head, planning out how to build something and then actually execute it. I can't quite put it into words because it's in my head. I know that sounds a little fucky, but just bear with me. TIEs. Large ship if you compare it to a single TIE fighter. Quite big. So will we just need these? Yeah, these can be deleted. I will not do so just yet. I just need these parts, nothing else. Why can I not select this? Oh, because I've edged. Getting tired, guys. My bad. the smoothed again. There is no face here to guide this. That doesn't matter if it's just one vertex. It would matter if the rest fucks up, but what do we do with this area? This area needs to stretch. It does stretch. All the way across. If you'd remember. I do. But that doesn't. Moving it down, and then we are moving it sideways, so there will be an impact. Okay, so if only these faces move to the right, and the rest, those front two don't, how exactly do we make sure? How do we make sure that that does not cause super fucking matchup later on? No. I mean, that creates a cliff face. An epic cliff face. I don't want an epic cliff face. Why am I streaming this shit? Nobody wants to watch this crap. Guys, I'm going to be going off stream right now because I don't think this is the best thing to watch right now. Me just thinking over shit and getting angry at myself for not being able to think of it faster. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I think it actually turned out pretty well. First stream with a webcam, new microphone as well. Let me know on the Discord server later what you thought about the microphone quality in comparison to the rest. I do actually want to hear about what you think about the microphone quality, because in my opinion the microphone quality was, actually I won't tell you my opinion just yet, otherwise it might skew your own opinion. Please tell me what you think about the microphone quality in comparison to the other one. This is the one I normally use. Yeah, let me know what you think about the mic, and I hope you enjoyed yourself this stream. We actually got quite far, and I'm about to actually fix one of my biggest gripes with the whole ship, namely the bottom part of the trench. Some other time I will be continuing on the rest. That'll have to wait until another time. For now, again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, bye bye.